Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be taking our latest look at the GTA 6 mapping project, seeing what's new, what Rockstar has been working on, and pretty much going over the latest and most up-to-date version of what we know so far about the GTA 6 map. So make sure to stay tuned. There's been a lot of really cool updates and improvements to the map since we last looked at it about a week ago, and we're going to be getting into all of those in this video. But before we do that, leave a like and subscribe down below for more GTA 6 coverage just like this. But first off, here's a quick shout out, and after that, we'll get into the video. Now today's shout out goes to a really awesome upcoming game known as Silver Keep: The Shattered Realm. Now, Silver Keep Shattered Realm is a game idea and concept that emphasizes community building. In the game, players can build their own home, have roles, and go on many different types of adventures. In the sprawling, enchanted world of Silver Keep Shattered Realm, players are immersed in a deeply detailed medieval fantasy universe where community, cooperation, and adventure are at the heart of the experience. This MMORPG invites players to embark on a journey filled with endless possibilities, whether they aspire to become legendary heroes, master craftsmen, or influential community leaders. The choice is up to you. Their community contributions matter, and the game will be created in Unreal Engine 5. Now, they're currently on Kickstarter, fundraising for $10,000 to fund the initial marketing and a rough core mechanical prototype development, as well as landscape and environment. Now, if that goal is met, an additional fundraising campaign will ensure greater development at a fundraising price of about $500,000. There have been some truly incredible games that have come out of Kickstarter in the last couple of years. One of my favorite indie games on PC was actually a Kickstarter, so I recommend clicking the first link in the description down below to check out Silver Keep: The Shattered Realm on Kickstarter, see what the game is all about, and if this MMORPG that is set in a medieval fantasy world sounds interesting to you, contribute to their Kickstarter campaign to make this idea a reality. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alright, so right now we are taking a look at what we have as the current and most up-to-date version of the GTA 6 map. Now, if you don't already have this website bookmarked, go to the description after watching this video and bookmark it. This is known as the GTA 6 Project Mapping website. And essentially, as the name suggests, it is essentially a project, a community-based project that is essentially mapping out GTA 6 as we learn more about it. And this map so far has been everything that's been compiled from all of the leaks we've received, everything that we've saw in trailer 1, and pretty much all of the information that's come out so far about GTA 6. Now, before we start, in case you forgot or in case you haven't seen, that is what it looks like to scale compared to the GTA 5 map. So the GTA 6 map is an absolute monster, and it could be even bigger. This area up here, the Panhandle, which is in the state of Florida in real life as well, has been added. Previously, when we first saw this map a few months ago, it kind of cut off around here above these mountains. But we now know the GTA 6 map is actually going to extend way beyond that. Now, as you can see, this area is very blank. It's not really mapped out yet, but there should be at least something here. Now, one thing that is new that has been mapped out quite a bit is these islands. Now, previously we knew that there were islands here. However, we didn't really know what they were going to look like, and now, as you can see, they are shaping up to be at least something. Now, this one looks a little bit odd. I'd argue it's a little bit too angular for an island, but they are shaping up to be at least something. As you can see, the whole area of Vice City is very water heavy, and boat transportation is going to be a big thing in GTA 6, especially around this area. So as you can see, there's a lot of places to essentially dock your boat, kind of like a boat parking lot, here, all around the map and all around Vice City. You should be able to take your boat from your safe house and pretty much take it all around here. And these islands are new, and we don't really know much about them, but we know that at least on this one, there will be a tennis center on one island. Some of these islands contain some pretty interesting things. I think one of these up here actually contains a hospital, if I recall correctly. Yep, this one right here. So this actually has a whole hospital complex on it, which is pretty crazy. Hopefully there's a mission or two that takes place here. But as you can see, there's going to be a lot of islands around the Vice City area especially. Now, another area that's been updated is actually this area up here that is a little bit north of Vice City. This is going to be called Waning Sands. And as we can see, there are a few buildings in here, some condos. Allegedly, there's going to be a Topgolf copy in the game, which is essentially kind of like a high-tech golfing range, if you haven't heard of it yet. There's going to be a mall here as well, which is pretty interesting. Wonder if we're going to be able to go inside that. But that's a little bit of a smaller area up north from Vice City that's new. And then also a golf club that's been added, which is also going to be on an island. Lots of islands happening around Vice City. So all of this is new that we haven't seen before. In addition, some of these buildings down here have been expanded and now they're a little bit more detailed. These waterways are starting to shape in a little bit more. As you can see, the goal is for you to be able to navigate the majority of the map on a boat. So you'll be able to take your boat from here around Vice City. You'll be able to take it into kind of the downtown area outside of Vice City, or I guess the suburbs of Vice City would be the better name. And then you'll be able to take it down here, and you'll be able to even take it into some of these interesting areas, such as the sewage treatment plant. So as you can see, lots of water going around pretty much everywhere. Another thing that's been added recently is some new roads around the homestead, or more specifically around the wetlands area. So as you can see, these roads are speculation. Anything in red is speculation, by the way, but it is informed speculation by community experts. But as you can see from Homestead, which is going to be a very remote, small community, there are allegedly going to be two roads, and they're both going to converge around the wetlands area. Now, as you can see, this is obviously pretty incomplete. It just cuts off out of nowhere down here, so take this with a grain of salt. This is obviously a work in progress, but this should give us a better idea of what we can expect. Another thing that's been updated is these islands for the Gator keys. Now, the Gator keys are, of course, based on the Florida keys in real life, and as you can see, the islands are shaping up to be a little bit more realistic. So now we have a bunch of these really tiny islands that we didn't see before. Previously, it was kind of just like three bigger ones, but now, as you can see, there's a ton of these really, really tiny islands. There's even a lighthouse down here. This naval air station is still the same, but allegedly there's going to be another island even further called Sundown. There is so many things going on here, and I'm curious to see what's actually going to be happening on these islands, if anything. I'm sure there's going to be some Easter eggs to discover on at least some of these, but that's going to be pretty interesting. And then one other thing to point out is allegedly there's going to be a ground blimp as well, which is pretty cool. So definitely some updates that are happening down there. Besides that, the map does look the same for the most part. Two other smaller things to point out. First off, the shape of Lake Leonida has been updated. Previously it was a little bit more circular. Now it's starting to really take shape, kind of get some angles, and it's going to look a little bit closer to what it's going to look like in the actual game. And then the overall shape of Port Gellhorn, which is another big city in the game, the second biggest city, at least based on what we know so far. This has also started to take place with some new buildings being added, some of the roads just getting dialed in a little bit more, and just starting to look a little bit more complete there, but no major updates beyond what we've seen. I do recommend going to this map if you haven't been here already as of recently. For the most part, anything that is in this very orange outline, that is like the new stuff that's been added. So if you want kind of like the newest updates, if you haven't seen this in the past few weeks or even in the past week, definitely go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But that's pretty much it. So that is the latest update surrounding the GTA 6 mapping project. As you can see, things are starting to take shape. This area looks so cool down here with all of these little islands that are being added, and even up here, all of these little islands around the side. But as you can see, still a lot of area to be filled in. We have area here, we have Orlando, which is likely going to be somewhere in the middle here. And then we're going to have to wait and see what Rockstar does with this panhandle up here as well, whether they add a new city or maybe even a couple throughout this area. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. Hopefully you are as well. I'd love to hear from all of you in those comments down below. What are your thoughts about this so far? Are you looking forward to GTA 6? Is there something that you want to see added that's not here yet at the moment? Let me know in those comments down below because I really want to hear from all of you. But if you enjoyed this video and you like staying updated on the latest news surrounding GTA 6, leave a like and subscribe down below for more videos just like this, and I will see you in the next one.